in YouTube. How is everybody? You guys know me. I'm Jay, DCA Adventure, back with another video on what is the Bitcoin halving and what is the Golden Cross and how we can trade them. This is not financial advice. Trade at your own risk. And guys, if you like our content, please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Also, if you want access to our super secret private Discord channels, join the Patreon group. Mine is Trading with a View. You will get access to the DCA trading script. We do have a couple of them in there now. And you will also get any updates. And from time to time, I do post signals and let you guys know what I'm doing, what I'm trading, what I'm looking at. So, with that being said, guys, let's do it. And how about that intro? Shout out to Mr. Gundy. That thing is fire. Absolutely love it. Alright guys, the Bitcoin halving, the Golden Cross, what are they and how can we trade them? Anybody in the crypto space right now, or has been in it for the last couple years, knows what the halving is, knows what it's all about. Just give you a rough definition of it, and it is the highly anticipated block reward halving of Bitcoin is set to occur May 2020. A block reward halving is a mechanism that is activated once every 4 years on the Bitcoin network that reduces the rate in which new Bitcoin is mined. Theoretically, halving should eventually lead to an increase in the price of Bitcoin as less Bitcoin flows into the market, approaching its 21 million cap. Alright guys, the last two halvings that we had, the price did not skyrocket the day of. And I watch YouTube and I'm in crypto Twitter, Instagram, and everybody's freaking out about the halving. And honestly guys, the way I look at it is the people that's been here and that knows what Bitcoin is, we've known about the halving for a long time. We're almost to the exact date, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the Bitcoin halving has been priced in, and it's been like that a long time ago, just because all of us have known, you know what I mean? Now, that's not going to say that the day of there might be a little bit of a price increase, and that's due to the new people in the space and the FOMO. I think we will see a little bit of a spike up, but I do not think that it's going to skyrocket. And in the spike up, the increase that we're going to see possibly maybe very, very short-lived. You know, the Bitcoin miners, the guys that are, you know, doing all the hard work, they're going to end up having to dump a lot of their Bitcoin just to break even, or you know what I'm saying, as far as their electric bills and stuff go, to keep them miners on. It's not going to be very profitable for them when the halving happens. So we may see a little bit of an increase, and you know, the new guys got their buys in or whatever, and then I think it's going to drop. I think it might tank a little bit, but I don't think it's going to tank too far down, and we'll get into that, and we'll look at the charts, and I'll show you guys where I'm looking at, what my positions are probably going to be. We do have the Golden Cross, so I will no longer officially be shorting anything. I will be buying the pullbacks onto the 50-day, and I'll explain to you what I'm talking about. A Golden Cross, for any of you guys that don't know, I trade with moving averages. Moving averages are very important to use. They basically, there's a couple different moving averages, and they're all calculated different. Okay, I use exponential moving average, and they are lagging indicators. Okay, so the higher the period, the more lag it is, because let's say you're using a 200-day moving average. Well, it's taking all of the past 200-day closing prices, and it's doing the calculation, or whatever, whatever it is. It may have been the open price of the past 200 days, but anyway, you understand what I'm saying. In the smaller, shorter moving averages, like the 25, the 50-day, they're not going to lag as much as the 200. They will be a little bit faster because they're not calculating as many days. See what I'm saying? So when you have the short moving average, which I trade with the 50-day, 100-day, 200-day. So when your 50-day moving average crosses your 100-day and crosses above it, that is considered a golden cross. Usually, typically, price increases. And then it's got to cross the 200-day. And once it crosses the 200-day, that is considered a golden cross again. You can put more weight into the 50 crossing the 200, because the 200 is such a longer lagging moving average. Now, there is a certain strategy that I will trade now that this has happened, and I've been talking and telling you guys about this for weeks. I'm getting super excited about it. Now that these averages are in the right spot, we are, I want to say we're pretty close to a bull run. I think it's going to happen here real soon. And no, I do not think the halving has anything to do with it. I think that institutional investors are coming in. The more regulation that we're getting, the more that people see that Bitcoin is just not for buying drugs and embezzling money, and stuff of that nature. Scroll down here a little bit, and I'll show you a picture here. This is a golden cross. Okay, you got your 200-day right here, and you got your 50-day right here. Now, there's three things for a golden cross to be valid. Okay, you just have the 50 crossing the 200. That is not a valid cross. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's not a golden cross. Okay, there's three things that you got to have line up, and if those three things line up, then you have yourself a valid golden cross. And guess what, guys? We do. All three things have lined up just perfect. Let me see here. Scroll down on some of my notes. The very first thing, the very first stage is we need the trend previous, before the cross. It needs to be a downtrend, and it needs to have bottomed out. And we will flip over to the chart here, and we will see. Okay, we are on the daily chart. Make this bigger so you guys can see. We're going to move the script out of the way just for a minute. Alright, as you guys can see, we did have the downtrend. All the way back here in the middle of July, we started. So this whole area right here would have been our downtrend. Okay, and then we ended up bottoming out. And now we are moving up. So the first stage, we got to have the downtrend bottomed, check mark. Second stage, you need the slower moving average crossing the higher moving average, longer moving average. And here you can see it, the 50-day moving average is our blue line, and it has just now crossed the red 200-day moving average. So let's look back and see if we can see what happened the last time we crossed. Our last golden cross was in the area of March. So let's get our little measuring tool out here. We're just going to say right down here around 3,700-ish was where we crossed. almost 300% increase. That's a 270% increase right there. Okay, so let's pull a 270% increase at our bottom here. We'll say our bottom's right around 68. I'm not gonna have enough. I have to pull my dang chart down. Okay. It's not cooperating with me very good. Try it again. That was a 270% increase. So, you've seen that we're $26,000 area. Pop her up there again real quick. Okay, it was dang near, it was like 270 some percent, I think I said. Go 280. That's a $24,189 increase. And that's very, very possible that it could happen. Just something to keep in the back of your guys' minds. And how I'm going to trade this. And you guys have, seen it on my last few videos of exactly what I'm going to be doing. But I will no longer be shorting. We are in a confirmed valid uptrend. You don't short in an uptrend and you don't long in a downtrend. It's like catching a falling knife. It is 10 times easier trading the trend, and this is what I will be doing. Get me a brush. Let's just pretend like this is the moving average, the 50-day. We even colored in blue so I don't confuse anybody. Okay, so from now on, since we have crossed, what I will do is wait till we pull back. Because now this 50-day moving average will act like support until it doesn't. Okay? So every time we pull back and we hit this 50-day or get close to it, I'm going to buy. So it's going to pull back, I buy. It's going to go up, I'll sell. It'll pull back, I'll buy. It'll go up, I'll sell. It'll pull back, I'll buy. Now I'm going to be looking for, all my resistance points all the way up, and until you have none, you'll have to get on a historical price chart to actually get to see back when we were at the $20,000 area for more resistance. The CME chart might have it on there, I'm not too sure. But this is my strategy, guys. This is what I'm going to be doing. I will be posting signals when I make my buys, where I take my profit. But again, guys, remember that with the halving and stuff coming up, that things are probably going to be a little bit crazy. Don't be getting too hyped up and betting the farm, because you will lose all of it. And make sure you're always using a stop loss. And typically what I'll do is when we pull back to that 50-day, I will put my stop right underneath the 50-day moving average. Okay, that'll save you, because if we do break that 50-day moving average, we'll just plummet. I think the halving is next month, if I'm correct. Probably should have looked that up, but yeah, let me look just real quick. In May. Happens in May, okay. Let's look over here, April, May. We may go up and hit the $12,000-$13,000 area, and then have a pullback down to the $10,000 when the halving happens. It's very possible. Like I said, guys, I don't hold too much weight into it doing anything crazy the day of. Let me see. in the previous halving, you had one in November, I think, November sometime, in 2012, and then you had another one in 2016. And the one in 2016, it was at around $700, and the day of the halving, it plummeted to a little under 500. So that's how I feel for this next one. I do not think we're going to have a huge spike. All the new people that are coming into the space, they might buy on that day, or they might FOMO in, so we will see a little bit of a spike. But for the most part, I think we'll just stay nice and even, nice healthy consolidation. We'll just stair step our way up, and I'll be watching these moving averages like a hawk. As I trade the Golden Cross, I will also trade Death Cross. So once we get above, this 50-day gets above, pretty good on the 200. If you see it starting to cross again back below, get out of your Bitcoin, or, go short, whatever it is, however you're trading. If you're spot, you're leverage trading, whatever you want to do. But pay attention to those. Our script is even saying right now that we are in the oversold area. We did have a small bearish divergence back here, which it caught right here, this little price drop. And it even printed the snake eyes. So, telling you, it can't get any easier than this, guys. You know what I mean? It's telling you what's going to happen. So, Patreon group is only $25 a month, and that is more than reasonable for the script. There's other guys charging crazy amounts of money for their trading scripts. Not saying that they're not worth it, and not taking digs at them, but I just believe in making things affordable so everybody can try it, everybody can use it. It's pretty much how I feel about the Golden Cross and the halving. But here on CoinGecko, another thing I wanted to show you guys, CoinGecko, I really like this site. It's way better than CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap, I think they lie a lot and they embellish things a lot. But Bitcoin dominance is something that I wanted to talk to you guys about, because this is how you can tell whether you should be in Bitcoin or whether you should be in an altcoin. Okay, Bitcoin dominance is basically telling us what the scale of Bitcoin is compared to the rest of the cryptocurrency market combined. Okay, so if Bitcoin dominance was up 80%, to me, I look at that like there are more people trading Bitcoin than there is altcoins. When Bitcoin drops below 50%, it's vice versa. So the lower the Bitcoin dominance goes, the more people are into alts. And you can trade this by, when you see Bitcoin pumping, usually altcoins are slumping. That's because people have already rode the altcoins up, and now they are taking profit, and their profit is moving back into Bitcoin as a safe haven, because Bitcoin holds its value like gold. And vice versa. When you start to see Bitcoin dumping, you will see the altcoins rising, and that's people taking profit from the Bitcoin, and they are moving it back over into the altcoins. And you can rinse and repeat this strategy over and over and over. You just have to pick the right coins and watch the dominance. The Bitcoin Dominance Index is a metric that investors can use to get a quick sense of Bitcoin's value relative to the broader digital currency market, meaning all together. The index was originally created to illustrate the key role that Bitcoin plays in the overall crypto economy. And while it can quickly provide investors with valuable information, the index has its limitations, and investors can benefit from knowing about these potential considerations. Yeah, guys, don't use CoinMarketCap. Use CoinGecko. And two, get in our Patreon. I am posting. I got 2 different. They are signal alert things that you can pull up on right up on a tab on your PC, and you can tell it what exchange to watch, and you can set your parameters, whether you want to see volume, certain open and close at a certain price point. But anyway, this thing that you open up, it'll basically, if a huge amount of buy pressure or buy volume gets pumped into the market, it's going to alert you, it's going to tell you, and vice versa. You can set it up to where if a whole bunch of sell pressure is coming in, it's going to tell you that, and it'll tell you. You can do it for multiple coins. I use it for Bitcoin a lot. I'll just leave it open in a tab, and I'll leave it running the whole time that I'm working on charts and stuff like that. It has made me money several times. It has caught things that I didn't catch. I would just be looking at a chart and go off, do something different, and literally 20 minutes later that thing is blowing off an alarm saying, hey, we just had a crap ton of volume come in, and then I was able to trade accordingly. So get in there, guys, get them. I have 2 or 3 different ones. They all work great, but I will only be posting those in our Patreon group. And I guess since we did talk about altcoins a little bit, we will chart a little bit of altcoins. They've had a pretty good day again today, so let's get off of here. And we will do the USD market. Let's pick a couple good ones. Tezos, man, this thing has just been kicking some serious butt. Let's go over here. Okay, see, Tezos had its golden cross back in December. And see how it just rode the 50-day like support and then lift off. Okay, now just keep an eye on this, guys, because wait till this 50-day moves up, wait till we have a nice pullback on it, and then re-enter. Don't enter it right now. Wait for a pullback. Let's go to let's go to a 4-hour chart, see if we can find us any. See, there's not very much info on the chart you can see here, so to find a point of resistance is probably going to be pretty tough. Yeah, let's go to... Yep, it doesn't want to show me anymore. I'm going to have to pay for extra time and historical stuff on this account. If we do pull back, our first little set of supports around the $1.87 mark. But I'd be looking for right there at the 234, right at that blue line. Chart something that actually has a little bit more info. Oh, what in the heck? I don't know if you guys margin trade on Binance, but it sucks. Don't do it. Link will be down in the description for my Bybit affiliate. Join there. If you do join it and message me, let me know that you joined it. If you deposit $100, I will give you access to the script also. So just private message me in the Discord, and I can go in and verify that, and then we can get you turned on. We had several people buy over the weekend. They got in and became subscribers, and since then I've had nothing but good reports back from them. They all love it. I think next video I will round all those up and I will show them to you guys. What in the heck is Bull? Me and my buddy Nefarious Technology was talking about this one the other day, so let's have a look at waves. I really liked waves. I got in with these guys back when they first started too. Was lending my waves out and getting paid interest on it. 12-hour chart. Let's see what the day looks like. Let's see if we got any golden cross and when it happened. Ooh, it just now had the golden cross. Uh-oh, nefarious. We better buy it, buddy. We better buy it. As you guys can see right there, we just crossed right in the beginning of February. So this one's probably due to spike up pretty good. I was messing around with waves when it was a few dollars. I think it was like $6 or $7 a piece. But I'd be looking for the first little sign of a fight would be around $2.20. So that's definitely a good buy. I'd probably get in on that. You could probably even ride it up to 250 area. Take your profit. Does look like we are in the oversold area. I don't know, we might be coming back down out of it. Money flow does look like it's starting to curl back up a little. So yeah, something keep your eye on for sure. EOS, like I've never seen any of these. Where the hell? I must have been under a damn rock because I don't know what none of this crap is. See what Litecoin's doing. I called a spike on this thing a couple weeks ago of around $86 was the top is where I was thinking. And I don't know why I just did that. Technical difficulties, people. Okay, Litecoin. Ho ho ho. Litecoin's golden cross just happened today too. Looks good, guys. It looks good. We had the downtrend, bottomed out, and now we are in the uptrend. The uptrend did get broke, but that doesn't mean anything. We're just, we could be in healthy consolidation. And you can see here, I had drawn some resistance areas when we charted last week, and you can see that we hit that area and got rejected and came back down. And remember the few videos before that, how we talked about support and resistance. Every time that it is tested, it gets weaker. So eventually, the more that we test the resistance, eventually we're going to break through. So we got the VWAP cloud, the yellow cloud here, it's pointing up. We got the money flow index wave, it is starting to curl back up. Litecoin's definitely looking pretty good. Pretty good. Hopefully them bags I got I can get rid of. So it came up and tested. So I was pretty close. Highest it got was 84.50. I said it was going to be around 86 is where I was looking at. Definitely be looking forward to test back there again. But remember, guys, as long as these moving averages stay how they are and the 50 stays above the red and the yellow, we will just steady consolidate, nice healthy consolidation. We will keep stair-stepping our way up. So big things to come. Usually when these golden cross happens on higher time frames, they are more valid in the sense that it'll be a stronger move. You can put more weight into the price moving up. We could even measure and see what it was the last time we had the golden cross on the daily chart. We crossed right here. So we had a 224% increase the last time on the daily that we had a golden cross. So 224% increase. Let's measure out that and see where that would put us today. $196 Litecoin. Now, mind you guys, that was from the end of March to the end of June, the 21st of June. So like 4 months, 4 months, 3.5, 4 months it took for that increase. Okay, so be thinking, you know, Octoberish possibly. Or no, what's right now? Okay, so 3 months from now, February, March, April, May, June. So be looking for June, July-ish. And we should probably be looking at the highs. A new high for Litecoin. Very possible. Let's see. Basic attention token. I've been making a lot off basic attention just from using the browser, and I don't know why I keep doing that. Basic attention token, USD. Now guys, you can do this too. You can go in and look and find these golden crosses, because a lot of these altcoins right now are having them. We did just cross the 100-day. For some reason it won't show me the 200-day moving average on here, because there's not one. But yeah, go through and check out all the crosses, point them out, mark them, write them down on a piece of paper so you know, and try to get in on the cross. Put your stop loss below the average there, and ride it out and see what happens. I think you guys will be thanking me later. But always use a stop loss. Just because we have a golden cross, this does not mean that it is 100% for sure going to move up. I've seen times where they have crossed and it completely just take a shit and dive. You gotta have the 3 stages. All 3 of them things that I told you in the beginning, they have to line up. If they don't line up, it is not a valid golden cross, and you could possibly be effing yourself. But you can see right here, and look at them on the day too. I mean, you can trade golden crosses off like the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 6 hour. They're just not going to be as big as moves. Okay, the smaller the time frame, the smaller the move. The bigger the time frame, the bigger the move. So you see here our first stage, it is complete. We did have a downtrend. We bottomed out. You can tell over here and over here, we did bottom, and now the uptrend with the cross. And you can even do these, you can use like the 50-day moving average and 26-day moving average. And when the 26 crosses the 50, that's considered a golden cross. I just use the longer lagging exponential moving averages because they're more, I don't know how you want to say it. You can trust more in the higher time frame ones, the longer ones, more than the smaller ones, because they're not calculating as many days in the smaller exponential moving averages. But I'm telling you what, guys, that moving averages are a very, very important key into trading. They're definitely something that all the big time traders pay attention to. I've been telling you guys about this golden cross for the last month or so, and it's funny because now today I've seen 4 or 5 videos, people talking about it. Like, we've been talking about it for a long time, so it's just something I watch. Ethereum Classic, we talk about that all the time, so we might as well have a look at that. ETC. Also, too, guys, another little trick that you can do with, like, if you're leverage trading, if you go in, you can go to coinfarm.com or coinfarm.io, and you go in there and you can look and you can see how many longs there are to shorts. So if there's more people longing, I usually do the opposite and I will go short, and vice versa. If there's more people shorting, then I will go long. Because that's how the exchange makes money. They're gonna stop hunt all those whoever's doing the most of. Okay, so if there's more people longing, then the stop hunt is gonna come take out the long stop losses and blah 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 blah. So it's just something I do. It helps. It's actually right 90% of the time. So if you go in there, and it's just something to pay attention to. And again, always use a stop loss, because it doesn't always work. When you have an asset that can be manipulated as much as the cryptocurrency can, you can't hold too much weight into technical analysis. There are certain things you can, and then there's certain things you just can't. It's all pretty much what the whales are going to do. You know, technical analysis can't predict that a whale is going to have a stick up his ass on Tuesday and he's going to come dump all of his Bitcoin because he lost everything and now he's got to get some kind of money. You know what I mean? You just don't know. You don't know when it's going to happen or what's going to happen. But Ethereum Classic, man, that looks like crap. Real big bearish divergence there. Actually, two of them. One there and then one there. But that was a hell of a dump. But you guys see how the 50-day is acting as support right now. Okay, so right here, and it golden crossed way back here on the 25th of January. So this is a buy. Long Ethereum Classic. I would be longing the shit out of this right now. This is exactly how we want to trade Bitcoin when it happens. We want it to pull back to this 50, and we're putting our buys in right there. I actually may go long the shit out of this right now because that's a perfect setup. Mark that one down, guys. Ethereum Classic, long it. See what else. Take a look at Ethereum. Leverage trading Ethereum too, you guys. You make a lot of money leverage trading with it. You know, Ethereum only got to move a couple dollars to where you could be in 150% profit and be killing it. And then you can also lose money super fast on it too. Basically, I can look at the Bitcoin chart, and the Ethereum chart's pretty much going to be the same. I'll kind of show you here what I'm talking about. Let's go over here. See, they're pretty damn similar. I am on two different exchanges, but if they were both Coinbase exchanges, right now, let me see if I can just do that. Kraken, ETH. Coinbase. But you guys can see how very similar the ETH chart is to the Bitcoin chart. They're pretty close to the same damn thing. So you can pretty much, whatever you're doing on Bitcoin, you could flip around and also do on ETH too. And we just got a golden cross on it. So I will probably wait a little bit until we have a pullback to the 50-day at least and test that as support. And once we do that, then I'm going to hammer down, and I'm probably going to be putting in some pretty big trades. I've been very patient here the last few weeks. I haven't been trading as much. I've been kind of waiting for all this to line up and play out just right. You do see on Ethereum, the first stage that we need to line up is we did have the downtrend, we did bottom out, we did have the cross, and we are moving up. So it is a valid golden cross. Definitely be watching that. But I'm excited about that Ethereum Classic, you guys. I really want to get in there and put down a trade on that. And if you want to do this double chart giddy up, you can do this on a free account, I think. I know you can't do any more. Like, you could go over here and have 4 different charts and see. You can't have it unless you have it on your paid account. But you can do 2. And then, like, if you wanted to change this one on the right, you just highlight it. See how the box is highlighted? I can click over here and highlight this one. And you just go up in the corner here, type in what you want, and then it'll show up over here. And then when you want to go back to the original, just come back and hit the full square, and it'll bring you right back. Let's do 1 or 2 more, and then we will call it a day. Let's look at XRP. Just kidding. No, I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you guys. I do love me some Chainlink. I've been holding it for quite a while. And here I did it again. I clicked on the damn thing again. It's up 10%. But yeah, I was holding Link there. I made a nice little profit on the very, very first jump up there. Link. Go to Kraken. And we had the golden cross on the 10th of February. Looking for a pullback at least to the $2.95 area before I would enter back in on this. And you guys remember too that when we have these big rides up like this, it'll usually correct between 60 and 80% back down. So, you know, that could put us possibly right here close to the blue 50-day moving average, which it might be up in here somewhere when it does happen. You know, it'd probably be about the $3.48 area would be the first spot, and then the 280 would be the second place. I'd be looking to get entry on that one. B&B. Let's check them out. Okay, Binance coin has not yet had the golden cross. Something to watch too, guys. We do have a doji here on the daily, so perfect example of how to trade these doji candles. You can see that this doji right here, I'm talking about this green candle. Damn it. What that doji means is the open and the close basically happened in the same area, and the price is indecisive. So the bulls and the bears, they're battling it out. They can't make up their mind. Usually when a doji appears, whatever the previous trend was will do the opposite of that. So we did have a downtrend. Doji, and now we should have a nice little spike up. And we scroll out here. Be looking for the $26 area for profit taking. That's where I'd be looking at, especially with the golden cross. Once the golden cross happens, hell, we could even go all the way back up into the $30 area. just if you're buying the pullbacks and you're getting in on these 50-day pullbacks, just make sure that you guys are mapping out the very first sign of resistance, and you map every single step out all the way up. Do it all the way up until you can't do it no more. And then when the price hits that, you, like on my script, you can actually put alerts on that script that say, hey, when the price or the candle gets to this certain price average, then alert me, tell me, send me an email, send me a text. You can set it up and it will do that. I probably should make another video on how to read the script again and how to set up an alarm. But you could have, 5 different things set up, 5 different alarms for 5 different assets, and it's basically working for you. You're just kicked back, relaxing, waiting for the alerts. And this is another good sign that we were popping up too. When you see 2 waves like this on the bottom and you get 2 green and they're both about the exact same, I kind of almost look like it's kind of like a double bottom. You even have them back here, boom, boom, and then we spiked right back up, boom, boom, spiked up. I guess you could say the titties. You see the titties? We blow up, blow up. And this is a perfect example of how the strategy that we are going to be trading here in the next few months, or for the next few months, is going to play out and look like every time we get close to that 50. Even like watch the EMA ribbon. This is the ribbon here with all these really small thin lines. When you see the price bottom out and get to the bottom ribbon, buy there. Okay, because those also act as a support and resistance, vice versa. When the ribbon is below us, it's support. When the ribbon is above us, it is resistance. So, and that's only on the script. You guys ain't gonna get that unless you're in the Patreon groups, or you come into the Discord and you're just paying a month subscription, which we are doing month subscriptions for $20 a month, I think, or $25 a month, somewhere around in there. So super affordable, guys. Get in there, get the script. You have any questions with it, you can DM me. I'm around most of the time. Anytime after 3:30 my time, and I will help you guys out. Come into the Discord, talk to some of the guys that are using it, feel them out. I don't want to say that my script is just badass and you should use it. Go talk to the guys using the thing. They're going to tell you, how good it is and that they're profiting with it and all that good stuff. And then by doing that, anytime that I code a new script and I put a new script out, you guys will get access to it. So it's basically like you're paying for one thing, but I'm going to give you everything as long as you're a subscriber. Anytime we put new things out, you will get it. My partner, Astro Park, I plan on bringing him in a lot more on making scripts for DCA. I would like to have 5 or 6 really, really good ones, and that's it. I don't need 100 of them. I just want 5 or 6 really good ones that we put a lot of effort into, a lot of time. We know that they work. That way, I only have to mess with those 5. I don't have to constantly be coding and constantly coming up with new scripts when we have these ones we know that work. I like to make scripts for new people to help them understand what is going on in the chart. I did mention on the last video I had a Fibonacci one. Thing works great if you don't know how to use a fib. It'll do it for you. But yep. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed our little session today. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and we will see you guys on Friday. Have a good night.